Hi, new year, new video, same me. My friend, the one who always leaves his cat with me, when he came to pick up the cat, he accidentally sat on my recorder, so now it's a little broken. I can't attach it to the mic stand anymore, which I loved doing. I loved keeping it closer to my mouth, closer to your ears, but that's okay. I will upgrade everything this year. I will upgrade everything to something much better, and this creative process will bring me even more pleasure. Everything will become easier. Yeah, enough of difficult stuff. Maybe you remember that in my New Year's video I mentioned this extended winter holiday season in Russia. New Year, Christmas, Old New Year. These days between Christmas, January 7, and Epiphany, January 19, these days are called Sviatki. The word Sviatki means holy nights. Святой is holy in Russian. These holy nights are filled with festivities, customs, rituals that date back centuries, blending pre-Christian Slavic traditions with Christian beliefs. Sviatki is a kind of liminal time. Like I said, it begins with Christmas, the celebration of Christ's birth, and ends with Epiphany, the baptism of Jesus. In folklore, this transitional period was seen as a time when the boundary between the spiritual and earthly worlds is thin, allowing glimpses into the future. One of the most popular, fun, and mystical elements of this Sviatki period is fortune telling. There are many methods of divination practiced during this time. For example, mirror gazing, which involves gazing into a mirror by a candlelight to see one's future, often a future partner. I have never done that, and I will never do that because it is so scary. I like candle wax divination. Melted wax is poured into cold water in a single motion. Then you use your imagination to interpret the resulting shapes to predict your future. You see, I know my future now. Actually, I have no idea what shape or symbol I got. I was doing it for fun. I like that even the church tolerates fortune-telling practices during Sviatki as long as they don't become overly serious. Of course, fortune-telling is a folk practice. It is not sanctioned by the Russian Orthodox Church. Obviously, such things contradict Christian teachings about trusting God's will and not seeking control over the future. God is always watching. Fortune telling during this time or any other time is still considered a sin. Still, Sviatki fortune telling is seen as harmless when done in a light-hearted or playful spirit. I hope you can feel that my spirit is very playful. I am going to tell your fortune. I will use tarot cards, not a classic Slavic or Russian tool for divination, but they align perfectly with this mystical holiday season. I have this small deck of cards. Once I was celebrating something with my girlfriends at my apartment, and I noticed this book on my shelf. It's called Everything About Tarot Cards. I bought it about 15 years ago, and it came with a classic deck to cut out. I had an impulse to buy this book to become a fortune teller, and then I lost interest, or I was just too lazy to cut those cards out. Somehow I decided it would be a perfect fun activity for my girlfriends and me, and we did that. We cut those cards out, and I believe this deck is very unique. It is special because we put our energy into creating it. I'm not great at reading tarot cards. There is actually one thing I really dislike about classic tarot readings. You know, when you pull out the card, it can be upright or upside down. And I know that every card is much more than just good or bad. Still, a positive card in a reversed position is not that positive anymore. And I know that many tarot readers ignore reverse positions, and that's what I want to do with positive cards. If I get the sun, it means happiness, success. I don't want this sun to have any shadow side. I don't want my future success to come with any twists, challenges. But some cards are different. For example, this one, the Three of Swords. You see, it doesn't look very nice. And when it is upright, it means pain, heartbreak. Reversed, it can mean recovery, healing. So how can I ignore reverse positions for cards like this? You see, I only want to read good fortune, and I think I can do that. I know you won't mind. You and I, we both know that's a way to live a better life. There are so many things we can do the way we like. We can invent our own rules. I'm not talking about breaking the law or disrupting public order. I'm talking about the little things, just everyday activities, the way we arrange our lives in general. Sometimes something that feels upside down needs to be turned upright. and something upright can bring much more joy, much more comfort when it is reversed. You know how much I believe this. When we are aware of how we feel emotionally and physically, we can always choose to feel better, and there is always a way to make some changes, maybe small changes, but they will lead to something greater. Okay, let me read your fortune now. And I know you are not the only one watching this video, but if you are here, this message is meant for you in some way. We'll just tap into into our collective energy field and see what the cards have to share with us. I will use a simple 3 cards spread. I will ask about this new year. I will ask 3 questions for reflection and setting intentions. What will leave? What will come? What to focus on? But first I just need to confess something to you. I had a thought about cheating. I thought maybe I could choose those 3 cards beforehand to show you a card with the symbol of sadness for you to leave behind. You know how much I want you to leave it all behind, and to show you the most positive card for something you will receive this year, because I'm wishing you the luckiest year. But then I decided it would be disrespectful not to you. You know I respect you, and I just want you to feel good. It would be disrespectful to this mystical season, to the ancient tradition. So it's a game, but let's play fair. So what will live, what will come, what to focus on. You know, we can easily use these cards as metaphorical, like in art therapy. You can just reflect on the past a little, looking at this card. What will leave? This 10 of Swords. I feel like I don't even need to ask ChatGPT to help me to interpret this one. A man lying face down, pierced by 10 swords, must be painful. A painful moment of bitterness, grief, victimization, exhaustion, loss, guilt. Have there been moments that felt overwhelming, where you thought you couldn't move forward? I'm so glad that this card came out. It is time to let go of the pain and the overthinking. We are letting go of it all. Now, receiving what will come. Again, I'm so happy with this card. It is definitely a positive one. You see, a person is working on crafting pentacles. And pentacles are coins. They represent money, work, career, or physical well-being. This person looks focused, persistent, dedicated. I like that this card is about work. It can be a career goal, a creative project. Of course, it can also be inner work. Oh, we don't know how this inner work needs to be done constantly. You will have to work. You will have to try to stay focused, to be consistent. This year is not about quick wins, but you will see the results of your work and your dedication. This year, your efforts will be rewarded. Just keep going, and I will keep going with you. What to focus on? Advice for the year. The King of Wands. He looks very, very confident, I think, but I will Google this king to get more information about him. Okay. Google is telling me that the king is holding a blossoming wand in his hand, a symbol of life and creativity. His throne and cape are decorated with lions and salamanders, both symbols of fire and strength and the ongoing drive to move forward against all obstacles. He looks out into the distance towards his kingdom. He has a vision for his empire, and he is ready to make decisions to expand it. He is full of relentless optimism for the future. I love this king. So, you see, this is the year to take action and make it happen. Whether it's in your work, relationships, any personal projects. This year, do not be afraid. Don't be afraid to take bold steps or to trust yourself, trust your vision. Just like this king, you have the energy and charisma to inspire others and create something extraordinary. That's what I want to do. I want to inspire you to love yourself and to live the life you want. Of course, you should be mindful about your intentions and vision. It is about acting with wisdom and emotional intelligence. But remember that this year you can create any outcome you wish. You hold the power. I believe this card. And I believe in you. I believe in you. Well, I think I do have some psychic powers. when these holy nights started, I had an interesting moment with these cards. I had someone on my mind, and I pulled a card thinking about that person. You know what card I got? I got the Lovers. I think it was the first time I asked about any future with someone I didn't really know. Although I remember asking about a new dentist whom I was terrified to visit. This time I asked about someone who was definitely not my dentist, and I got the Lovers as the answer. Do I think that person and I will love each other deeply and passionately? I don't think so. You see, this card just reminded me of how I prefer to get such answers from real people, not from any mysterious power. Although asking a mysterious power is a great way to understand if you really want someone or something. So, you know what I think? I don't use these cards often, so I didn't remember this card existed. I wasn't picturing this exact image in my head. Still, at that moment, I really, really wanted to get the best prediction ever. I was more focused on the answer I wanted than on the question I was asking. So I believe I manipulated the cards with the power of my thought, like a mentalist. And I want to believe that reality can be manipulated this way. So I'm going to focus on being healthy and financially stable. We can have a great life without lovers, but without health, without money, life is not good. And we want it to be so good. I'm wishing you the happiest, the healthiest, the wealthiest year. Thank you for letting me read your fortune. I hope you had fun. Thank you for trusting me. I love you. I will see you soon. Bye bye.